Hi, welcome to my little corner of the internet. My name is Duchess Loveleen. So as you can see from the title, I'm a baby army, specifically chapter 2 army, and I decided to open pretty much all my social media just so that I can try and connect with fellow armies online, whether they're older armies or baby armies, mostly to have guidance on what content, non-musical content, BTS have released. I've recently been more exposed to them, rather than some few songs here and there. I want to make the effort of actually listening to the entire discography because the few songs I have listened to have been amazing. The lyrics, oh my gosh, the lyrics. Like, just put aside the beat and the music video and how well cohesive everything of those aspects, right? All those aspects. Put them aside for a minute. Just the lyrics alone are so impactful, so meaningful. So it really galvanized me to really want to dive deep into it, figure out what my own theories are and if they match other people's theories. Like, oh, when you listen to this song, what's your favorite lyrics? Did it speak to you, and did it impact your life in any way? And those kind of conversations. I really want to have that kind of conversation. So I did open all my social media because prior to that I really didn't use it for anything. On Twitter, I had a couple people there, a couple very nice people recommend me this channel called Boracity Magazine. Boracity Magazine it's like, looking through it, I've seen pretty interesting titles, but the one that caught my eye is BTS are rockstars. Now, I know that BTS are in the K-pop industry. In the K-pop industry. Funny story about why I thought they were Japanese coming in a different video, but TLDR or TLDW in that case, it would be because I was recommended their Japanese songs. I had seen clips of the Japanese interview and they were Asian, so I had automatically thought they were Japanese. But have you listened to Don't Leave Me? Oh my gosh, you know what, that's a different video. Will be my journey about how I was exposed to BTS and why am I an army now. But for now, I'm going to be watching BTS or Rockstars, a video essay, and reacting to it. So, join me. Okay, so this is BTS or Rockstars, a video essay by Boracity Magazine. Turn on CC.
Just a quick disclaimer. If you're a rock fan or metalhead, I know how this community can be. So just don't be pretentious. Be open-minded and nice. If you're an army but don't like hard rock or any kind of metal music with screams and loud instruments, I know you're going to be respectful. Just remember that these genres are not always pretty, and the music videos and live performances I will show can be a little disturbing. Also, please don't take my comparisons too seriously. This video is based mainly on my opinion. I love rock music. Actually, my favorite music genres are rock, metal, and there's subgenres. But my favorite artist is actually BTS. This may be surprising because BTS music catalog includes a lot of music genres, but they don't do a lot of hard rock. They do have songs with rock elements.
Wait, these are live performances? Oh, I haven't seen these. Oh, wow. Oh, is that the name of the song? War of Hormone? Spring Day Brit Rock Remix. This 2017. Wow. I was here for this. I remember this. I was there when it dropped. It's a beautiful song. Beautiful videos too. Rockin' Vibe remix. So these are all remixes, and they all have that rock element to it.
Oh, no.
I've heard about it. sounds epic. Oh. See, now this is what I would think. Wait, was that 2013? This is a full-on rock concert. What's Mnet? We are K-pop Mnet. Mama 2019. Oh, so this is 2019, Mama. I was like, I'm guessing that they released NO in 2013, but they performed it with this grandeur in 2019. Okay, maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong. What is this? I've listened to Change Part 2. I went to an August D concert. And I did try to listen to as many of his previous songs as I could. But yeah, it was amazing. Amazing time. I was there when he did the feature with Maps. It was amazing. Yeah. A good time. Absolutely good time. There's so many good stuff.
But these songs were not the ones that made me an ARMY.
So
actually, the song that first caught my attention was the disco funk bubblegum pop anthem Boy With Love.
Really? To a rock metal audience? Really?
To be more specific, I got interested in BTS after watching the live performance of Boy With Love at M Countdown.
I haven't seen this.
At first, I didn't really understand why this specific performance got my attention. I didn't understand why BTS got my attention. What I'm about to say are just dumb stereotypes. But how can a performance of 7 men dressed in pink doing a choreography to a very poppy pop song be cool to a rock audience? Why did this make me a fan? It made no sense. But after years of learning more and more about the group and interacting with the fandom, I realized that it makes a lot of sense, and that I'm not the only one. There are many ARMYs who consider rock music their favorite genre, but they are still fans of BTS. This is just my opinion, but I think this is because BTS gives so many rockstar vibes without necessarily having the conventional rockstar music. Despite seeing rock fans and metalheads reject them at first, just like I did, I now notice that BTS keep attracting this community. Here's why I think this happens. I love watching rock concerts and performances because they are insane. No matter what they're singing, you can expect a lot of energy, live vocals, and a real passion for performing.
Did you see that flip,
to be
by the
more
way?
specific, I see that both BTS and my favorite rock bands get into character. They feel the music so much that they forget about everything else.
I don't even know what he's singing, but look at the passion in his face and his body language. That is amazing. And that's Jin, so... Wow.
They are determined
I wonder what
to
he's
put.
singing.
They feel the music
Epiphany.
so much
Okay.
that they forget about everything else. They are determined to put on a show. They perform like it's their last.
A
Also,
choir?
whether they
That's a
like
choir,
to admit it
right?
or not, there is a lot of thought in those concert outfits. If it's not masks, it's extravagant outfits or crazy makeup or unique hair colors or something different. The same way there's thought to BTS's outfits and stages. There is a theme and a different aesthetic every time. In pop music, this is hard to find with male singers. Female singers and rappers are usually the ones who care about looking good on stage, as well as rehearsing to give a performance worth watching, because people are paying to see them. But I don't always see the same energy from male singers. Male pop singers usually go on stage with an outfit you can wear to the supermarket and occasionally bring out a guitar. I'm not saying that this is bad, but it's not exactly what rock fans and ARMYs are looking for. Powerful energy, practice, and some thought to the presentation presentation of the performance mattered to most successful rock bands and BTS. And the size or
Did you see
importance
that
of the
correction?
stage doesn't matter. Whether they
Oh my gosh, professional moment. Hello.
practice and some
Okay,
thought
see
to the
his feet?
presentation of the
Wait, let me move the closed captioning.
armies are looking for. Powerful energy, practice, and
he
some thought to the
flips and goes
presentation
into a
of the
white stand
performance
immediately.
mattered to
But
most
here he
successful
flips,
rock bands and
crosses his
BTS.
feet
And the
before
size
going
or
into a
importance
white
of the
stand.
stage doesn't matter. Whether they are
Beautiful
a small
recovery.
venue or a huge concert, they give their everything. I see a lot of people saying
That's
that
a
they
lot
don't
of
understand
people.
how BTS can dance those difficult
Yeah, me
choreographies
too,
in
actually.
sync while singing live and changing formations all the time. To the extent that they make it seem easy, like they were born with all this talent, when in reality there were hundreds of hours of practice. The same way a rock band can have the illusion that they are careless, they are punk, they don't need practice, they don't care about anything.
Hamburg!
Really?
Hamburg! Over the fuck.
I used to think that
Fucking
too.
everywhere.
Like
I
they
don't
don't
fucking
care
know.
about anything. They just do
But to make
whatever.
all of the
but
instruments and live vocals sound good, as well as having a
Yeah,
good
that
presence
is
on
so
stage
true.
that feels like one cohesive group, they had to have a lot of practice. Both
Yeah.
BTS and rock bands care about being impactful and giving an impression. And to do this in the most honest way, they do it through live performances. Because anyone can fool the audience with an amazing music video. But to prove that they are good performers, they put a lot of thought and hours of practice to their live
Damn.
performances.
What's this
I don't know
one?
if this
Yet to
happens with other
come
people,
in
but I genuinely think that
Busan
some live versions
World
of BTS songs
Expo
and my favorite rock
2030.
and metal songs are better live
This
than in the
is
studio
Mama.
because it may
That's an
sound
M,
less
right?
perfect,
Okay.
but it
Live
can
from
feel
Hong Kong.
more real and interesting.
Baby, come and take a cab, come and show me what
Yeah.
you got. You sexy girl, now
Yeah,
baby, get you
it does.
nowhere. 상엽, 우리 결혼해.
Baby, go and take a date. Come and show me what you got. You sexy girl. Now to get you your way. 내 이상형 충족. 우리 결혼해. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready.
Let's get hitched.
Go get it, go get it, go get it, go get it, go get it. 달리자, world. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. 앞으로 둘. Go get it, go get it, go get it, go get it, go get it. 달리자, world.
My point is that both BTS and rock bands have extreme, complicated, well-rehearsed, passionate, impactful performances. Being boring is not an option, and you can see it on the audience's response.
That was like a show that I've never seen in my life. I've been to so many concerts, I have seen festivals, I have seen like massive productions, but that dwarfs every other show I've ever seen in my life. I don't even know how to compare that to anything I've ever seen.
What was he watching?
You know,
What was he
I-
watching?
It's like
Being boring
I wanna have
is
that
not an
experience
option,
too.
and you can see it on the audience's response.
MMA 2019 Melon. Okay. So that's what he was watching. We'll watch it and we'll see if I have the same
I don't
reaction.
even know how to compare that to anything I've ever seen.
Interesting. I mean, granted, I haven't been to music festivals or any of that sort, or even really watched live shows like that. Like, I think the only one I've ever watched on a grand scale would be Beyonce's Coachella Netflix documentary thingy. And that I only watched the videos on YouTube, like the clips of the performances, and that's just because people wouldn't shut up about it. And so I was like, okay, what happened? Let me see. And it was fun. It was fun. I was like, I didn't know that music could be this fun. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. From what I have been seeing up until this point, it's not even 10 minutes yet. There's been so many different live stages, and they all looked so well put together. And the boys are so passionate, and it's just a cohesive like performance. So I'm excited to dive into each and every single one of them. Please let me know what like those performances are, because I would guess and then I might end up correct, hey, but I also might end up wrong. So please let me know which one is which, and we'll go from there. But it seems like they've put out a lot of content. They will be back in 2025, 26, something like that. Hopefully we're able to finish all the content before then and, I get all caught up. But the way they've been releasing new music, I thought they meant hiatus from doing any content. But, yeah, they haven't stopped. They haven't stopped.
아니면 외로움이 난 나일지 여전히 모르겠어. So started
salute.
I know that some people may say, well, extreme, well-rehearsed performances are common in all of K-pop, and that is true. I'm going to ignore those groups we all know are very lazy and don't like to perform. I'm going to ignore that lip-syncing or singing with loud, pre-recorded vocals are extremely common in K-pop. With all of that out of the way, it's known that K-pop groups in general practice a lot for their performances. But the reason why I care about BTS specifically is because there is a very heavy personal identity the members have with their music. To be more specific, they identify themselves with their lyrics. This may sound like an obvious thing, but let me explain why I found this surprising. There is this popular topic in K-pop regarding noise music. This is usually music that is out of the ordinary and that sounds very extreme. It's usually EDM and dubstep, but it's considered experimental. The first description may attract listeners like me.
Yeah, for me, those kind of musics are very hit or miss, more misses than hits. Very, very few, very, very few. I have very sensitive ears. I'm an audiophile, so like it has to be good and well put together and not like screechy and just loud for the sake of being loud, you know? There's a difference between loud and grand and epic. I always lean more towards epic types of arrangement than just like loud or just sometimes just even EDM and dubstep. So like I don't hate it. I don't love it. I very occasionally like some songs with those elements. Yeah.
Me, because I love listening to people scream with a bunch of instruments being loudly played in the background. But K-pop's noise music is seen in a negative light because it's loud and too much without any reason to be. On the other hand, I feel like rock and metal are emotions coming to life. The songs are intense because feelings are intense. These extreme songs have a purpose and a meaning, and you can more easily recognize what the song wants to say by reading the lyrics. And yes, I'm saying reading the lyrics because even though most rock fans listen to rock music in their language, sometimes these intense genres have unintelligible lyrics.
No, I would never have guessed that's what they said.
English is not my first language, so I was always open to foreign music. This is why I consider reading lyrics part of the listening experience. Sometimes you may even understand what the singers are saying, but reading the lyrics of a song makes you concentrate exactly on the message and your interpretation of it. I'm not saying that it's always like this, but the rock songs I happen to listen to have amazing lyrics most of the time, and the live performances are those lyrics coming to life. The same way, BTS's music has 7 unique songwriting styles that work cohesively and that feel authentic and natural on stage. Different artists can practice their performances, but they won't truly connect with the audience if lyrics don't matter. You can do the most complicated choreography the world has ever seen, but if the song and lyrics are not there, music fans that care for some kind of connection and real emotion won't be satisfied by your magic tricks on stage. BTS cares about their lyrics and correctly interpreting those lyrics on stage. We know that RM is the literal definition of a poet. Suga has been writing for himself and others way before being in BTS. J-Hope quickly became one of the most respected songwriters in South Korea, and the vocal line, Jin, Jimin, V, and Jungkook learned how to write music fast because they care about bringing a meaningful message to the group and correctly interpreting this message in their live performances. For all of them, lyrics matter because lyrics are emotions and stories and messages.
Personally, huge connection with the theme and the lyrics that they're talking about. It made me think of the first song that we wrote together.
BTS is kind of like in a area of genre where I wouldn't really mess around in, but something about the way that they write and the way that they make their lyrics flow and everything like that just keeps me really hooked in, which doesn't happen a lot with like a hip hop or like poppy side, you know?
Yeah.
Really intrigues me. They're great songwriters, and the fact that they're making me just want to slam this song out 50,000 times in a row is impressive.
Set me free? Are you kidding me?
I was like,
I have to be,
you know.
Jimin Set Me Free is when I'm driving, I have to be really careful to like calm down because I feel like I'm gonna ascend, okay? Like it's the perfect workout song. If you've not listened to it, it's Jimin Set Me Free Part 2. The full song is Part 2. He doesn't have a Part 1. But the song is amazing. It's epic. It's grand. It's anyways.
It seems like it's going to be more poppy, and I'm not really into pop music very much. So that was the thing that I was nervous about. But then whenever I heard Epiphany, I was like, damn, pop music can actually carry a very deep message and something that I needed to hear at the time. And so, like, that was a changing moment for me being a fan of theirs.
The BTS members write about themselves and their perceptions of the world. This is why their albums always reflected the stage of life they were going through. During their school years, they wrote During their school years, they wrote about school. When they entered adulthood, they wrote about youth. If they live something, they write about it. Their songs usually have an easy and relatable message lives up.
This is the album, and this is the solo albums and mixtapes. Oh, school, transition to adulthood, youth, temptation and growth, self-acceptance, artistic identity, pandemic. They have a pandemic album. This is an album, yeah, pandemic Korean album. Legacy. Isn't Legacy when you're done? Are they done? Because they're not done. They're releasing music, and they said that they're going to come back together in the future. So, or are they just paying lip service? Oh yeah, they will come back in the future. But either way, their solo stuff is great. Let's see. I don't know why my eye is itchy. Out of their solo stuff, I've listened to Change by RM. I've listened to that. I've listened to some songs in Jack in the Box, What If, Arson, More. I like those. Let's see. I've listened to 2 songs in D2, Detrita and Burn It. Like, when I got back from the August D tour, I immediately went to go look up the song, and it was amazing. I've listened to the entirety of D-Day. Like, there's so many good songs on there. Amygdala, I could not watch that music video. I listened to it, beautiful song, but the music video is a little too intense for me right now, especially during this, what I'm going through in my personal life is just a little too intense for me. But the D-Day itself, amazing song. Hegum, also amazing. The collaboration, pretty much all the collabs with both his Japanese mentor and that's Snooze and J-Hope, right? Those, like, the name of the song is they're just so amazing. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Like, D-Day is just such, it's a hit. It's like back to back to back to back to back to back to back hit. Face. I actually have a physical copy of Face album. An amazing album. There are no misses. There's even a hidden song in Face that is only on the physical album. It's not online. It's not on Spotify or Apple Music or anywhere officially online. It's in YouTube. But not officially. And that one features Jungkook. That one features Jungkook. But the Face album itself, well, I consider it to be a classic. Like, back to back to back, Set Me Free Part 2. Like, that is an amazing song. I haven't had anything top that song just quite yet. I can never feel sad and listen to that song. As soon as I feel sad and I listen to the song, it lifts me up that I'm going to ascend. Okay, so there is that one. Like Crazy is a song that I never thought that I would like. Honestly, it's not my type of vibe really all that much. Clubby songs are really not my type of vibe, but it's such, like, the visual with the lyrics of the song, there's such a disconnect that is so intriguing. Like, first listening to the song, it was so soothing, but Deep House remix of Like Crazy is, oh my gosh. Like Crazy by itself is amazing. Like Crazy English version, but Life Crazy, the Deep House remix, top tier. You have to listen to it. It's one of the best remixes I have ever heard in my life. And I really usually don't like remixes like that. The Garage remix is okay. really my type of vibe, but it's okay, it's there. But Deep House Remix to me is even better than the original. I said what I said. Alone is one of the most depressing songs I have ever listened to. Like, just the vibe alone will get you depressed. It's meant for you to for you to listen to it alone. No, let's see. It reminds me of Lonely on Indigo, but Indigo's Lonely is just a little bit more upbeat. Like, Alone is like right there, down and depressing and all of that. Lonely is just a little bit on top. Amygdala is grand and is intense. It is depressing when you know the lyrics to the song and when you watch the music video. It is depressing, but I listen to it in Korean. So a lot of the time when I'm singing along to Amygdala, I'm not translating the lyrics to English. So like the depressive side of Amygdala, I can like throw in the background of my mind somewhere and not think about it and just enjoy the song. And the song by itself is not as depressing as Lonely, and certainly not as depressing as Alone and Face. Yeah, what other song? Oh, Face Off. Face Off has a very interesting beginning. I really enjoyed the beginning of Face Off. What I'm not seeing here is Astronaut. Yeah, I think she ran out of space to put Astronaut. Astronaut is my lullaby. I listen to Astronaut as I sleep. I haven't watched the video, actually, the music video, but it's a beautifully arranged song. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, a perfect lullaby for an adult. I have never had a lullaby in my life, whether as a child or as an adult, but once I listen to that song, it just gives me so much peace and tranquility that I just fall asleep. And I'm an insomniac. I have issues falling asleep. I take meds to fall asleep, but I've never been at peace as quickly as I listen to Jin's Astronaut. Like, there's just so much I need to check out because I don't know if that's his style of singing. I've not listened to anything else from him. Wow, sorry. I've been talking about the different aspects of their albums I've listened to, but I'm not doing an album review on this video. That would be in the coming videos. BTS are amazing artists, and I'm so excited to jump into and dissect each and every single one of their professional works with you. And who knows, maybe some of their non-professional works, like the behind the scenes, and yeah, that's all I can think about. I don't know if they do anything extra, like outside of music. Do they do anything else? I don't know. I know Western musicians don't really do anything. Maybe a cameo in a movie somewhere or something. I don't know if BTS does. If BTS does, we'll see. Oh, okay, so albums, behind the scenes. They should have a couple behind the scenes, right? Everybody has a couple behind the scenes. Album behind the scenes, live performances. Yeah, I keep harping on it, but I'm so impressed with the little snippets I've seen, so I'm excited about it. If they do anything else, let me know. I'm intrigued. I'm very curious. I want to know. So if they do anything outside from those three, the albums and the behind the scenes and live performances, for example, I don't know, they wrote a book or something. I don't know. Or they had a game or they started a movie. I mean, I don't know about movies, but just anything extra, let me know in the comment down below. Please comment. Let's chat. I really am very curious.
Something they write about it. Their songs usually have an easy and relatable message that doesn't require much thought, as well as a deeper, complicated meaning that requires some analysis. This is why so many armies, including rock fans, take the extra step of reading lyrics by a translator who gives context. Because I'm not joking when I say that this can be multi-layered poems with tons of wordplay that need interpretation and references about books, movies, traditions, movements, and different events that happen in South Korea and the world. This is how their music became some kind of social commentary.
Ooh, my type of vibe, social commentary.
Yeah. Just like with rock music, BTS has the occasional love song here and there, but most of their music has some kind of social commentary. Whatever the social or political message is, this is extremely common in rock and metal music.
You see a politician and you start to pull your hair. You think they fucking care.
Hey, she said it, not me.
The same way, BTS debuted with the mission of sharing social messages. And although some people say that BTS debuted with the mission of sharing social messages, and although some people say that BTS doesn't tell us the mission of sharing social messages,
they hit themselves and they recovered. This is the second. This is the second mistake I've seen of their life stages, and it is beautiful to watch them recover. Even though I was paying really close attention, I wouldn't even have noticed it. Like, what? Amazing. It reminds me of a clip of Beyonce's halftime performances where she kind of like tumbled, but then she recovered. The one where she, Coldplay, and Bruno Mars were doing a Michael Jackson tribute. It was just beautifully done. Like, yeah, the mistake is there, but the recovery is so professional that it just elevates the entire performance even greater than if they did it flawlessly. Like, when they do things like that, they're telling you, I am a professional and the show must go on. Absolutely beautiful.
For lyricism anymore, that it's completely false and shows how a big part of the general public and K-pop fans don't read lyrics by themselves. They just repeat what others are saying. In every single album, from their first one to their most recent one, they have dealt with topics related to psychology, philosophy, politics, and society. BTS's rebellious lyrics were one of the main reasons why a group from a very small label with zero industry support got the attention of many. This type of success story is also common in rock music because the mainstream music industry doesn't pay as much attention to rock bands as they do with pop solo acts. So BTS's first trilogy of albums, known as the School Trilogy, attracted a lot of rebellious students and young people since the songs were about many topics related to school life as well as criticism on the education system and expectations society enforces on adolescents.
Yeah.
As the years passed, BTS started incorporating psychological concepts to their songs, attracting listeners.
Sorry, even that line alone, the adults tell me it's just going to be temporary. It's a little problematic, but you know what? What video is that? No, I know. Good name. I need to listen to it in full, and we'll talk about it then. Okay.
BTS started incorporating psychological concepts to their songs, attracting listeners who look for music that talk about mental health problems. And again, this is also very common in rock music. The same way BTS has written about depression, BTS has written about depression,
This line, I live only because I can't die. This line. Every man dies, but not every man lives. What song is this? So Far Away, August D, 2016. I will definitely listen to the song and react to it. And I will also have some mental health aspects on this channel because I'm going through it. I'm really going through it. Fuck this. Sorry, that's my cursing. This line really hit me, and oh wow, I need to know what the rest of the song says. I need to know what the rest of the song says.
Anxiety, grief, loneliness, pain, and insecurities. While continuing the conversation of mental health issues, BTS amplified their social commentary on the education system to larger systems like society, consumerism, toxic masculinity, social differences, and injustices.
I've listened to this song. Yes. With Wale. Yes, I've listened to that song. We are all dogs and pigs. What is that? A politician's remarks on South Korea. Did a politician call their constituent South Koreans, their citizens, dogs and pigs? Or am I reading that wrong? I'm reading that wrong. Why would a politician? Oh, they must have been thrown out of office for that. I mean, depending. A politician insulting their own citizens and calling them dogs and pigs? What is the context? What's going on? And then for BTS to sing this, I'm assuming live on some sort of television show. You're not just killing me.
And of course, songs like Change and Equal Sign may be obvious with their message, but even the most catchy songs with colorful and happy performances may have some kind of social message too. For example, the execution of Go Go is, in my opinion, one of the most rock and roll heavy metal songs I've ever heard. In the live performances, they laugh in your face. They basically do a choreography full of dance trends at the time while wearing expensive trendy outfits. The chorus is extremely catchy with a lot of popular phrases that young people like to repeat.
You only live once. YOLO.
But what they're singing is a protest on consumeristic materialism, and what they're doing is making fun of careless spending, especially when young people spend all their money on useless trends just to fit in. Even Boy With Love, that song that got me into BTS, was commentary on themselves from the past. Boy With Love is some kind of growth from their previous single,
I just
Themselves from
that.
the past. Boy With Love is some kind.
I would totally fit in with this group. I bring something unique. Hello. I mean, my little flower crown would be a match for V, but
kind of growth from their previous single, Boy In Love. The extreme pink and bubblegum pop work as a response to toxic masculinity and gender roles. They sing that someone's true strength doesn't come from big luxury. It comes from finding joy in the smallest. True strength doesn't come from big luxury. It comes from finding joy in the smallest things in life. At the same time, this feminine and even glamorous aesthetic complements the psychological idea of a persona, which they explore on their album chapters Map of the Soul, based on Jungian psychology. Just like this, BTS implements psychological concepts, classical fiction, and social movements in every single album.
Well, look at how
Finally, I think of BTS as rock stars because they created a fandom with a strong sense of community. While the rock and metal scenes have served as the vehicle for multiple subcultures, such as the goth, punk, and emo subcultures, BTS has created a significant shift in fandom culture. Just like with rock and metal genres, BTS's socially conscious music has inspired their fandom army to work more as a movement than a fandom. Of course, the sense of being part of something.
This aspect is what made me want to stay being an army, because I checked it out because of BTS, but their generosity, their sense of community, their charity, their welcoming nature is what made me want to stay as an army long term.
Something bigger, along with other people who enjoy the same thing as you, creates a strong community. But ARMY also bond over their mission of breaking the fangirl stereotype by paying attention to social issues and taking action. I already made a video explaining how ARMY's unique story has changed fandom culture, but in general, it has to do with the way ARMY normalized within the fandom privacy, respect, security, and generosity. If you're skeptical of what I'm saying,
I've never been to a festival or a music anything, but when I went to August D concert, the first concert I've ever gone to in my life, people were giving me, I came home with so many freebies, like stuff like this, stuff exactly like what's in the video, with pictures and little candies, and it's just so many little goodies that, like, random people all the way from a 9-year-old kid with her mom. The 9-year-old kid was the one who was handing it out to people older than I am, handing out their own things for free. Just collect it. And I felt so bad because I didn't have anything with me to reciprocate, but it was so sweet and so amazing. No. Armies are just amazing. I've never seen anything like this. I've never heard anything like it. Actually, a couple were even giving out free D-Day albums. I didn't take any because I already bought my D-Day album. I already opened it, so I guess there isn't gonna be an unboxing video. But yeah, there is. The love and generosity is amazing.
Please watch the video. The BTS ARMY is some kind of movement in pop culture. If there's a social issue, ARMY organizes themselves to follow BTS's steps. If it becomes public that BTS donated to a certain organization, ARMY matches their donation. If BTS cancels their tour because of the COVID pandemic, ARMY donates their ticket refunds to pandemic relief organizations. If BTS tickets get sold out faster than ever, ARMY donates their ticket money to organizations helping the victims of a current disaster. Charity and different initiatives happen all the time in the ARMY community. I'm not saying that extreme performances, lyrics that matter, or social commentary are exclusive to rock music and BTS. Of course, some of these factors are also common in other genres. But my point in making this video is that I, as a rock fan, got interested in BTS and became a fan, something I never thought would happen. The same way, fans of many other genres got interested in BTS and became fans because the BTS members are extremely versatile artists. So while I see them as rock stars, fans of other genres may associate BTS with characteristic traits of their favorite music genre. Their rock characteristics are my favorite and what I appreciate the most in them. But a hip-hop fan may think that their deep appreciation and ability at rap is what makes them special. A fan of pop music may think that their ability to make their songs sound fresh and modern is what makes them special. A fan of dance may think that it's their polished choreographies what really makes them special. And an R&B or jazz fan may think that their musical complexity and ability to interpret emotions on stage is what really makes them special. Whatever it is, Suga was right when he said that you like BTS music if you listen without prejudice.
Oh wow, the truth behind the crazy fandom essays. What's this? Anyways, crazy fans? Huh. And somebody reacting to what I just reacted to. That's fun. The industries, why the industry is terrified of, you know what? Anyways, I initially paused that last video, well, the last pause I did towards the later half of the video was because of, I just wanted to say this one thing. Prior to BTS, I've never really cared so much about music. Music was just a thing that played in the background and was whatever. I never cared enough to, sometimes even songs in my language, which is English, I don't even care enough to read the lyrics and learn the lyrics. I don't care. They're usually just very shallow. The ones that I was exposed to, at the very least, were very shallow, very unimportant. It's either the badass bitch energy or the romance energy, or just things I wasn't particularly feeling at the times. So it never really mattered to me. But with BTS, it did. The quality of the music itself impressed me enough that I wanted to check out the lyrics. I checked out the lyrics, they were in Korean, and I was still curious. So then I checked out the English translation, and I was blown away. That's how I got invested in BTS music. It wasn't, I wouldn't say I'm a rock fan trying to see the similarities between BTS and all my other rock art act. I wouldn't say I'm a fan of pop, even though I have listened to majority pop songs. To be a fan is a bit of a strong word. I like them because that's what they were on the radio. And that's it. I wouldn't say I was in love with them. Like, the pop artists I know are the big ones who are on the radio and are talked about all the time. It's not that I have a particularly deep connection with them, that I knew about them. It's just I couldn't escape it. Let's see. So, yeah, Fresh and Modern. Okay. R&B. Dance, very visually appealing. I know nothing about dance, so I can't say, but I can say that I like what I see in the many live performances, and some of their music videos too. Excuse my voice. And the last R&B, where they put so much emotion and all of that. I've never really listened to R&B like that. I don't hate it. I just was never exposed to it. I know I'm black. I know, but it is what it is. I never was exposed to it like that. So I can't say, so I can't say for other artists, like R&B as a whole, like, oh, do I love it, do I hate it? I can't say. But for the emotional aspects of BTS's performances, absolutely amazing. The ones that I have seen. So I do love, like, that's my favorite part of their performances. Like, take away the dance, take away all the other things. Like, they're just them sitting and singing their heart out, rapping their heart out is enough entertainment for me. The emotion and the passion, you have to give me passion. You have to give me passion, and they deliver. They've been delivering from, obviously, I saw some clips from 2013 and I'm like, wow, amazing. So yes, I am excited to dig deeper into BTS's discography. And some of the things that I mentioned that ARMY has done, I am very excited to look into it and, most importantly, be a part of it. Because that's the most important thing. Like, it's one thing to sit and be impressed that all these things are happening, but it's another thing entirely to be a part of it. I want to be a part of it. Hopefully, as you watch this video, you're able to feel comfortable commenting down below and recommending me some things to watch, some things to be a part of as well, things to help spread on a platform. I am more than willing to partake in any of those things. Thank you so much for watching this entire video. I know I've been rambling a lot, and I would say I'm sorry, but that's a lie, because sorry implies not doing it again or striving to not do it again. But I'm a rambler at heart, so this is pretty much how most of my videos are gonna go. If I don't ramble, that's a red flag. That means I'm tired, or I'm not interested in the topic of whatever it is I'm watching, so I just let it play and be done with it. So most videos are going to be long and me talking, and if you want to watch the full video without my commentary on it, I will link it down below, so you can just go click on the link and go watch the video if you think my commentary is too long. But still, thank you so much for staying all the way through. I will see you when I post the next video. I'm expecting to chat with you in the comments. Okay, have a good one. Bye bye.